All right, on the board I have a protractor, and we got this segment AE here along the bottom, and it opens up to B, C, and D here with these three rays coming off of point O. So you'll notice point O is the vertex of all these angles. You'll notice also on the protractor, most protractors have a scale that goes 0 to 180 and 180 to 0. You need to know which one you're looking at in order to establish what they're asking for. So notice it says, find measure of angle AOC. So angle AOC is talking about the angle. When they say AOC, that's angle AOC there. When they put the little m in front of it, it means measure of. So little m in front of an angle symbol means measure of angle AOC. All right? So what you need to look at here is, if I got the protractor, the 0 point is right here, and the one ray comes out this direction, I'm starting at 0 right here, not 180. So I'm using the smaller numbers, and I'm going this way around the protractor. So I'm counting up 10, 20, 30, 40, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, oh sorry, we're going to see though, 40, 50, 60, 70, right? So measure of angle AOC is 70 degrees. Be careful you don't take the 110. So again, make sure that you know where 0 is. So wherever you put your protractor down, and you have one ray along the 0 line, 0 is this way, and it's opening up here. All right? If I'm looking at DOB, angle DOB is here. There's angle DOB. Again, start at D, vertex O, go over to B. It could have also been called angle BOD. It doesn't matter which direction you go. O's in the middle. A couple ways of doing this. First way is you can figure out how big this whole angle is here, and then subtract how big that angle is there. Easier way to do it is if you position this, so I'm just going to call this 0 going up here, this is 45 degrees. Right? If you keep going around, this is 120 degrees. Right, so just start at one side and go around like that using the same scale. So 10, 20, 30, 45, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120. If you take the big minus the small, that's going to be 75 degrees. So it'd be like putting a ruler down and you start at 1 and go to 4. 4 minus 1 is 3 inches. You're putting this protractor down, you're not positioning it correctly. All right? If I was actually using a protractor in my hand to do this, put a protractor down here, and I wanted to measure DOB, I would twist the protractor, maybe, there, so that my 0 line's on one side of the angle, and then I would just go around. Again, this is 0, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75. You see it's pointing out at 75 there. So that's how I would do it, actually, if I shrunk it down. It's off by a little bit. Maybe my protractor is off by a little bit from that. Maybe it's been skewed in some way, shape, or form. But it's 75 degrees is what we should get on that reading. Finally, if I'm looking at BOE, angle BOE. So BOE means I'm starting at B, going to my vertex O, and then I'm ending at E. So I'm looking at that angle. Notice here again, there's my origin, my vertex, and I'm going this direction. This is 0 degrees this time. So I'm using this scale on the inside this time to measure this angle. So 10, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 35. So measure of angle BOE equals 135 degrees. The main idea on this using a protractor to measure angles, make sure you're using the right number. So know where 0 is. 0 is wherever you've got the protractor lined up from the vertex out. 0, then you count up. All right, so you always ignore. So here I'm ignoring the inside numbers, here I'm ignoring the outside numbers. So that's how you establish how you measure with a protractor.